Greetings, everyone, my people. You don't say it. I told you that it will finally happen. It don't happen. Yes, as I'm speaking to you, Gumi, the terrorist sympathizer, the terrorist financier, he have nowhere to be hidden anymore. If you like, let him go run to exile. He will be captured alive. According to the news that we are getting, as I'm talking to you right now, Benjamin Netanyahu, the minister of Israel, have finally come out and start boldly firm with President of America, Donald Trump, to fight terrorists in Nigeria. And not only to fight the terrorists, he just said that they are going to work hand to hand, team to team, and get the work done. I know this will pain the enemies. I know the enemies will not like to hear this. But the fact is that the heat is now hitting the north. All of them, all the northern elite have come out and start calling for Gumi head. As I'm speaking to you, my people, it's no longer game as usual. Come and watch this video. Come and watch the video, because they say seeing is believing. The video is here.
A peaceful border with Syria. Our interest is to have, and we openly say it, we want to make sure that the border area right next to our border is safe. We don't have terrorists, we don't have attacks, and we also want to secure our Druze and friends. And by the way, I think not only the Druze, but other minorities, especially the Christians, should be protected as well in Syria and throughout the Middle East and in Nigeria. In your efforts, we back completely, because Christian communities are beleaguered around the world, and especially in the Middle East, but in parts of Africa too. And we stand for the same thing.
So I think, to a large extent, we should, much as we eliminate the ones in the bush, there must be a similar treatment given to those in government, the likes of Sheikh Gumi. If the country was functional, the likes of Sheikh Gumi Nasir, they should be behind bars or taken out, or possibly live on exile. But unfortunately, you find a policeman standing behind a man who speaks on behalf of terrorists simply because he has some religious, pedigree or whatsoever he wishes to call it.
Let's discuss this further with Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, Islamic cleric and former officer in the Nigerian Army. Welcome to the program, sir. What's your reaction to U.S. conducting missile strikes targeting alleged ISIS positions in Nigeria?
Okay, good morning. It's not only my reaction. The general temperature here is that this is uncalled for, and that people are getting worried that America is giving itself the prerogative to attack Nigeria anyhow, anytime it wants, and it's infringing on our sovereignty. So this is very uncalled for. Nigerian military can handle the situation very well, but it needs support. Support not from the direct attack and aggression from a foreigner on the country. Nigeria, we had a civil war in which many countries assisted Nigeria in quelling that rebellion. And this is the kind of assistance Nigerians need, not direct intervention from a foreigner that has threatened and disgraced the country. Trump was quoted as saying it's a disgraced country. So how can we allow ourselves to be disgraced by this man?
And President Trump says the attacks were intended to protect Christians who the U.S. claims are victims of terrorists in the region. How justified is that explanation? What other motivation could Washington have to strike, do you think?
No, you see, whoever wants to commit a crime has always a justification. Otherwise, Sokoto State has more than 95% Muslims. And there is no any incidents where there is an attack on churches or Christians there. So if there is anything, it should be another state where Christians and Muslims are fighting each other. That is where we expected, even if there is going to be. But as a principle, we reject totally that any foreigner should fire and attack us in any sense or in any form, and also coerce Nigeria into accepting this status.
You know, judging by what you're saying, it does sound a bit dodgy, frankly speaking. And Trump warned Nigeria last month that if it didn't address the Christian security concerns, he would send in the military with, quote, guns a-blazing. What do you think about that statement?
Look at it now. The Minister of Defense is a Christian. the chief of defense staff, where all the security output is a Christian. So what else do you want us to do? Will this Christian be killing Christians? There's nothing like Christian genocide. It's just a claim by them. If they want to commit everything, they have also a reason, the justification. But there is no any Christian genocide in Nigeria. Well, are Christian killed and Muslim killed? Yes, there is killing between herders and farmers clashes, which has metamorphosed into what we are seeing now. Clashes all over the fault lines. But Muslims attacking Christians or Christians attacking Muslims in a form of genocide is not in Nigeria now. So it's just a claim, and they have an ulterior motive, which is what all Nigerians, most Nigerians believe. Maybe they want a base in Nigeria because they don't have access to the Sahel region and many other things. Nigeria is full of minerals. Nigeria is an oil-producing country. Nigeria has gold, uranium, or name it, we have it. So I think there is a foreign greed about what Nigeria has.
And the Nigerian government has repeatedly responded by saying it would never turn a blind eye to religious persecution. How could a large-scale operation be expected to root out extremist groups in rural parts of the country?
No, it's not. In fact, militarily, it's not even possible because the real terrorists are somewhere in the northeast of Nigeria. Now they will be hiding and getting themselves, because they have seen what America can do. It's not going to cure anything. It's only going to destabilize the nation. And look at how villagers now are afraid. They can't even, they can't sleep in their villages. And it will come to a situation, if they continue like that, villagers would prefer even the terrorists than this big terror, dropping bombs and missiles on people's homes and people's land.
And Nigeria has also confirmed that it's engaged in a security operation with the United States. What do you think about that cooperation, especially given the U.S. track record on eliminating terrorist groups in Africa?
You see, if there is that cooperation, we need to hear it before the attack from Nigerian sources. But Trump has said it is a Christmas gift he has given to Nigerians. And so I think the discrepancy between the narration between the Nigerian government and the American pronunciation, one can smell there is something fishy about that.
Well, Sheikh Gumi is entitled to his own opinion. I've said my own, that we should seek for help where we can get genuine help. Terrorism and terrorists are nobody's friends, and we must avoid giving it any political or religious connotation. The narrative should be about securing lives and properties of Nigerians and not any particular section or any religious belief. This is a collective war for Nigeria and by Nigerians and its friends. The target was actually not Jabo in Tambo local government, but an enclave in Tangaza local government of Sokoto State. And I recollect that while serving as governor of Sokoto State, we have had issues of Lakurawa in the same sub-area of Sokoto, in particular Tangaza and Gudu, and to some extent Binji local government.
And we're delighted to have joining us live from Kaduna State, former governor of that's Sokoto State, Senator Aminu Tambuwal. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight and compliments of the season. Well, let me start by asking you first off, because you have reacted to the storming or striking or bombing of Sokoto State in Tambuwal, for that matter. You've asked the people to be calm and that you've been in talks with the authorities. What are you learning so far? First off, let me get your reaction to this strike in collaboration with Nigeria. And what is the outcome of your findings so far?
Thank you very much, Madam Ngozi, and compliment of the season. I did call for greater collaboration and support for the government of Nigeria and government at all levels some 6 days back. And only last night and through this morning, we woke up to have heard from various sources about these strikes, I issued a statement, as you have rightly said, calling for calm and support to security agencies as we all face these challenges. I have been very clear in my earlier statements and position that terrorism and terrorists are nobody's friends, and we must avoid giving it any political or religious connotation. The narrative should be about securing lives and properties of Nigerians, and not any particular section or any religious belief. This is a collective war for Nigeria and by Nigerians and its friends. So this should be very clear. I have been in touch, as I did say, with the topmost of security forces in Nigeria, and the information I got was that the target was actually not Jabo in Tambo local government, but an enclave in Tangaza local government of Sokoto State, which of course is not part of my senatorial district. And I recollect that while serving as governor of Sokoto State, we have had issues of Lakurawa in the same sub-area of Sokoto, in particular Tangaza and Gudu, and to some extent Binji local government area of Sokoto State. And we carried out through in the joint operations with the Army, DSS, and other security forces, very effective and coordinated operation against Lakurawa, and they were pushed back, and not much was heard from them up until recently, in about last year or a year ago. So I am still maintaining my position on advising our constituents to remain calm and give maximum support and cooperation to the security agencies so that we possibly can get to the end of this menace.
It's interesting, I mean, when you say that you actually do have cause to believe that there are sleeper cells based on previous activities of Lakurawa in Sokoto State there, because many have been asking and wondering, why did the strike happen in Sokoto and not in Borno or Zamfara in the northeast? That's the, eye of the storm as far as the activities of terrorists is concerned. But do you believe that the U.S. intervention, of course in collaboration with Nigerian military forces, can actually achieve the set objective to actually flush out these terrorists and restore peace?
Well, I will take that with some mixed reaction. If we go by the history of such operations as carried out by the U.S. in some parts of the world, I am very, very concerned. We must be very circumspect, and if their history is anything to go by, it has not been able to effectively achieve much in some of the areas that they carried out such collaborative efforts. However, it is important that we understand that this is not a religious war, this is not an ethnic war. This is about our country and securing our country. So help may come from unexpected quarters. What we need to do is to make sure that no hidden agenda is pursued in the pursuit of this fight against terrorism.
So would you agree then with Sheikh Gumi, the Islamic scholar, who has asked the federal government to halt any further cooperation with the U.S. Immediately, saying that, look, U.S. is not in a position really to intervene in security issues in Nigeria. He actually prefers countries like Turkey, Pakistan, and of course China, whom he says don't have their hands stained in blood. Do you agree with that? Should Nigeria withdraw this cooperation forthwith?
Well, Sheikh Gumi is entitled to his own opinion. I've said my own, that we should seek for help where we can get genuine help and without any undertone. And I don't think I need to go beyond that.
This collaboration between the United States and Nigeria, when it was first announced, of course, when Trump declared Nigeria a country of particular concern, and then all the drama that happened did, go on, and finally there seemed to be a situation where Nigeria and the U.S. were on the same page. But is this the complexion of collaboration that you're expecting between Nigeria and the United States in prosecuting this war against terrorism in Nigeria? Or do you have a different idea of how this should go?
I think it should be very comprehensive. Areas of concerns like Borno, Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna, and a host of other parts of the country should be covered by this operation, so that the insinuation that a particular part of the country, particularly Sokoto, that has not been as widely reported, having such major security challenges as these other states, will not be the narrative. So I believe that Nigerian government should seek greater collaboration with many more countries, including the U.S. and others that are willing to help and support in this fight. After all, it's a transnational issue. It's not just a local issue about Nigeria. All of this is all over the Sahel, from Mali to Cote d'Ivoire, from Mali to Niger Republic to Burkina Faso, and many parts of the Sahel.
Please, the original leader, all we are asking, the Biafrans, please, just recognize Biafra. Just recognize Biafra and let every other thing be died and gone. Nigeria was designed for the benefit and the interest of these criminal politicians, these ancestor politicians, not for the benefit of the common man. And the most annoying part of it is that the common man are always in the forefront, buying data to start attacking who is speaking on behalf of them. That is the worst part of it. So what are we not saying? Nigeria was designed to fail, not to progress. Since I was born, they keep on telling us Nigeria will be better. Nigeria will be better today. Nigeria will be better tomorrow. Till as I'm now an adult, Nigeria have never made any step to be better. So what are we saying? All we are asking is just for total disintegration. Divide this country for a common man to have a breathing mind. Yes. Nigeria is gone and gone for good. All we're asking is for Biafra restoration. And other people who decide to be free from these shackles of slavery, let them demand for the free of themselves. Because we, the Biafrans, have determined to take it by force. Freedom is taken, is not given. So please, Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, and all the well-prominent men, all the well-patriotic men all over the world, please, all we ask in the Biafrans is for you people to recognize the Biafran nation, then and left the rest for God. And I know you will do it, because in doing that, your names can never be forgotten till this world end. Yes, my people, is that not what we want? Of course, that is exactly what we need. I know it may be annoying the enemies, but let it annoy them, because the life they are living presently in this Nigeria is not the meaningful life that they're supposed to live. But they have no choice. But we, the Biafrans, will have choice. Biafra is our choice. Any man, any woman trying to sabotage in one way or the other against the Biafra restoration, the land that we have been marching, you will use it to defend the reign. And at the end, you'll be disgraced. The person will be disgraced. So my people, who am I? I'm only a messenger. I'm only a messenger. If you love what we do here on this Global Love Channel TV, please don't hesitate to touch and have a subscribe button, like and turn on the notification bell, so that whenever we upload a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And in doing this, we're encouraging us to do more. And togetherness, we shall save life together, because your life matters. The politicians have done a lot of havoc. And injustice, for one, always remain an injustice for all. Till next time, see you in my next video. Bye for now. Thank you.